Chicago is a beautiful city with many sights to see and places to explore. For this assignment, we decided to check out the haunted places in Chicago. The Drake Hotel was our first destination in our ghost adventure. We were interested in investigating the stories that surround this hotel. We asked Gabriel Ponce, an employee who works at the Drake Hotel, to give us his opinion about the matter.
I have heard the few stories that have happened here, such as the Lady in Red, which is about a woman who, on the day that the hotel opened up in 1920, came down to the Palm Court, which is where we serve our high tea there, but came down, saw her fiance kissing another female, was so distraught that she went up to the 10th floor and jumped out of a window, or in some cases a roof, and then died, and now presumably haunts the hotel.
The woman in red still haunts the halls of the Drake Hotel today. One of the rooms where people claim to have seen her most often is the Gold Coast room. We asked Gabriel if he believed whether this legend was true.
It being a very old hotel, I do walk because I normally work overnights, I do walk the hallways by myself right around 2 o'clock in the morning. There are quite a few things that, whether it be the mind playing tricks on me or, something else, but something always seems to catch the corner of my eye, and I always have to look. When I go down to a hallway and I reach the end, and I always look left and right real quick to make sure, nothing's behind me. I do feel an unease whenever I'm on the 10th floor late at night, and I always try to get off that floor as quickly as possible. So, yes, I would say that there is at least something up there that that sends a little shiver down my spine. In my mind, I feel that there is something here. So I will say yes, it is haunted.
On our next adventure, we headed to a neighborhood pub known for its haunted stories. Darren, a bartender at the pub, tells us more about these creepy claims.
The Red Lion was started in 1984 by Colin Cordwell and his father, John Cordwell. The original building was an old wooden two-flat that was built in the late 1800s. The building was vacant for a number of years, and then the original was knocked down a year ago, January, and rebuilt. So this has been reopened since July. So same location, just a different building. I used to work with the owner at another place while this was closed. Colin and I worked together, and he used to tell us ghost stories, and I was very much a disbeliever. The story that I am told via Colin is that it was a young woman, because there was an apartment above the old bar. There was a young woman who on her 20th birthday passed away of measles in 1959. She was said to be a little mentally challenged. Years later, a family member, I'm not sure if it was an aunt or a cousin or who it was, but they came in and was talking to Colin about it, and he kind of, they corroborated each other's stories. She does little mischievous things. Her name is, my mind just went blank. I'm told that in the old Red Lion that if she didn't like the music, she'd knock the CDs off the wall, and she'd do just little kind of weird things. She's not really, just mischievous is basically the best word I could use to describe her. One of my favorite stories was, this was a couple months back. Colin was here by himself closing up one night, and he couldn't set the alarm. And so he called the alarm company, and the alarm company says, well, you have movement in the front room, meaning this room here. Colin says, well, that's impossible. I'm here by my... He said, hold on a second. He put the phone down and said, hey, will you go so I can go home and go to bed? And got back on the phone with the alarm company, and they went, well, whatever it was stopped.
Wow.
So he set the alarm and then left. About a month or so later, I was here during the day, and the chef was in the kitchen. It was just the two of us in the building. And I went up to the office to go get something out of there, and as I went up the stairs, it looked like there was somebody moving around in the office. I thought I heard footsteps, and when I opened up the door, there was nobody there. The office is relatively tiny, so it's not anywhere for you to really hide. Those are my two personal experiences. A lot of the staff says that they'll hear people call their names, or it feels like somebody's brushing up against you and there's nothing there.
We asked Darren if he believes that the bar is haunted based on his experience. This is what he had to say.
I would probably have to go with it is. It's based on just what my couple of experiences have been.